Hello and welcome back to yet again another episode of MTFM. I'm your host, Matthew Renteria.
And I'm your co-host, Tiffany Ho-Jing Johnson.
And today we're going to be going over some topics such as high school advice, the bell game, and some hot takes.
So, now we're moving on to hot takes. And our first one is, pugs are ugly.
I do believe pugs are ugly. Like, their eyes are popping out of their head. They just look like they're on the brink of death. And honestly, pugs are unhealthy themselves.
Unhealthy? What do you mean unhealthy?
They just look unhealthy.
You look unhealthy! Bruh.
Okay.
Pugs are not. No. You didn't even let me argue my point. Pugs are not ugly. They just look different. Are you telling me? Have you ever seen Wonder, bruh? Have you seen that movie? That man was different. He had different, facial features. He had, this disorder. And he was bullied, wasn't he? Because he looked different. That's the same thing as this pug right here. If you saw a pug on the streets, would you really, not help him out because he's ugly?
No, of course I would help you because I love animals.
Uh-huh.
But if I had a choice to choose, between dogs, I would not choose a pug.
That is so mean. That is so mean. You don't understand. What's wrong with them? Their eyes pop out. What's wrong with them, bro? They're cool, little squishy thingies.
They just look like a giant stress ball.
Bro.
And our next hot take is pineapple is the best pizza topping.
No.
I wouldn't say it is the best pizza topping, but it does belong on pizza.
It shouldn't go on pizza.
It's a
what
nice.
else doesn't belong on pizza?
What doesn't belong on pizza?
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms? I mean, it depends on the mushroom, because I wouldn't choose to put mushrooms on my pizza, but I don't mind it too much because most mushrooms don't really have a flavor.
Exactly. So what's the point?
Yeah, and
but
pineapple gives a nice contrast to the cheesy and tomato saucy. It gives a little sweetness.
Or just eat it separately. If you want sweet, just here, I'll have a bowl of pineapples and eat it, and then eat a pineapple. Why has it got to go on top?
It's the same thing, isn't it?
No, I'm saying eat it, and then if you want a pineapple, just go eat a pineapple.
Okay.
It's not right.
It's not right.
It's not right. It's not right, and whoever made it is stupid.
Samsung is better than Apple.
Nah.
I can say maybe in some of the latest things, maybe some things on their phone. I saw that there was an Android phone or a Samsung phone that literally the entire back of the phone is just a huge camera.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang. Well, I know the Samsung phones, you drop it, the whole back battery falls out, bro. Hey, dang. I mean, also they don't really look very nice. Actually, I mean the new Samsung ones, they kind of upgraded, so they're not horrible, but it's just not much.
And I would say I'm not saying for all, but for most Android and Samsung phones, the camera quality is bad.
Yeah.
But I feel like Apple is just a comfort product. It's a comfort company that you know that what you're getting is good.
Yeah, it's good quality. And it's a nice camera. Me personally, I use a camera all the time, so I would be pretty sad if I had a Samsung.
Yeah, the thing that I don't like about Apple is that most of their phones are made to fail. After a year or two, they're not built to last. Sometimes the phone just gets laggy and stuff, and
yeah. I mean it's weird though, cause varies, cause mine is weird sometimes, but I know I do stuff with it, I'll get it wet or in the water, and I'm not. I mean I take care of my phone, but I'm not a freak with it, cause I know some people really take care of their phones so they last a while. So I don't know. Our next one is Amazon Prime Video better than Netflix?
No, because you have to pay for a lot of the movies.
Literally. And the movies they have on there are not even that good.
Yeah.
They're ones I've never seen in my life. Like stuff that's just not very popular, I think.
Not very entertaining.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the originals, I really liked Jack Ryan. That was a good series, but there's not a lot of things there. It's like finding a diamond in the rough.
I think it's only convenient when it's something that's on there and it's not on Netflix.
Yeah, when they pay exclusively to have it go to Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
And so you have to get a subscription or pay for it because it's the only thing it's available on.
And I think Netflix just looks nicer. Its layout is nicer. It's more organized.
Mm-hmm.
You got the top 10 and stuff. Also, it adapts to the things that you watch. It has its own algorithm. It recommends stuff things that you would like. It sends me notifications.
All right, the next thing is Apple Music is better than Spotify. I used Spotify for about a year, and with the subscription is around like $10, and for the Apple Music subscription I'm paying now is like only $5. So personally, I think Apple Music is better based price-wise. I really like the lyrics that they have. Like, you go around, like, you can have karaoke or something. But yeah, what do you think?
I used Apple Music for a long time, and then I stopped using it, and I just started using Spotify because everyone was recommending it to me. And also, I was getting a lot of hate for using Apple Music, so I was like, okay, well, what is the hype for Spotify? And I think it's just that it has more of a variety of music, and I think the algorithm is better on Spotify. Like, when you play something, like, at least it'll play, like, something around there. With, like, if you go on the Apple algorithm and you play something random, it'll be, like, it'll just give you, like, all this random stuff. And also, if you like listening to, like, underground music for, like, it's really open to creators that are, like, just starting off. So you can listen to stuff like that. And there's, like, a lot of playlists that you can go look at that other people make, and you can save them. But with Apple, you can do that too, but there's not a lot of creativity there for some reason. I guess there's just a lot more people that use Spotify.
Yeah. You know what's not a hot take? That the Sun Devils are going to win the Bell game this year.
I agree. Victor sucks. We're definitely going to win this year, for sure.
It should be the 11P, 11 years in a row.
We're keeping that bell.
Yep. I don't think that Victor has a chance, honestly, to stand.
No, the score was like 50 something to like.
And how is this even a rival if seeing how many times that we've won over them?
I think it's just tradition. It's just them. It happened to be them. I guess it would be cooler if we had a team that actually was good, so they actually have a game to watch.
Yeah.
But
like we like they're certainly not our rivals, but they probably think that we're their rivals.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I mean, I can't wait to win though.
Yeah,
it's exciting.
There's certainly better teams than them.
Yeah. The Bell game and Bell Week is always fun.
Yeah.
It's school spirit. All right, so do you have any advice for sophomores?
I don't really have a lot of advice for sophomores because for me, at least, it was really a breeze. You just got to make sure you have good studying habits and you just stay focused.
And also, you got to make friends. Make a lot of friends because when we were in our sophomore year, that's when we made a lot of our friends, I think, and it made things a lot more fun.
Make sure you stay involved, joining clubs, joining sports, and doing whatever you can do to make sure that school is not your only thing in life.
Yeah. And, okay, so for junior year is definitely going to be the hardest. I mean, a lot of people told me this, but it actually is true because the workload is definitely a lot more rigid and strict, especially if you want to take, like AP classes. I recommend it only if you want to go crazy, sure, you can do all. But I feel like 3 or 2 is like a good amount of AP classes if you want to do that. Because, I mean, yeah, it does look good on your resume, but you gotta think about, like, base your schedule off of what you think you can do. Because if you set yourself up for all these classes and you aren't able to keep up with it, then you basically are setting yourself up for failure. So you gotta think about, like, what is gonna make you have your best GPA, because at the end of the day, that's really what matters, and you want to make sure that it's not too draining.
Yeah, you want to overachieve, but not make sure that you're draining your life.
Yeah. So like 2 or 3, I'd recommend 2 or 3 AP classes. It's good. And then honors is, I recommend taking honors classes because those look better on your resume too. And volunteering, you gotta do volunteering hours, right? Yeah, so volunteering, you can join AP classes. Pick ones that you're good at. Like, if you don't pick a class that you're actually bad at, because then you basically have more chance to fail unless, you work hard. But just think about your best interest.
Yeah, and also, like, when choosing your classes, too, not only what you're best at, but choose classes that you think are fun, things you enjoy, so you're not just there.
Yeah, and also, if you do have a career in mind, you might want to take classes around that same career.
Yeah, you don't have to be prepared for your future yet, but you just want to make sure that you have options available for yourself.
You gotta have at least some playing cards, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be too unprepared. And we are still juniors, so we don't know anything about senior year. But my big thing for senior year, I feel like if you haven't gone to, like, any dances or, like, football games, stuff like that, I really, 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 really recommend going, because you're really never going to get these 4 years back, and you might you might regret not going to these things. And you make a lot of memories, which is good.
That's going to be all for today. Thank you guys for listening. And this has been MTFM.
Goodbye.